Now I know what you're thinking, Colt, you got a school bus? That's crazy. What's crazy is how this thing's built. Welcome back. So if you guys remember where we stopped, we got this transfer case mounted. I got a bunch of mic'd up measurements for Adam's drive shaft, and they're gonna figure out how to get this going. And my goal is to hopefully have Toyota flanges on this thing, so run Toyota drive shafts all the way around. For a couple reasons. I run Toyota drive shafts on both of my Samurai buggies and they hold up just fine. They have a crazy flex rating, so if we get this thing where it's flexing out good, we'll be solid. But we're kind of at a standstill with this part of the build right now, so we're gonna move back over to the body. It definitely does not go fast when there isn't hardly any weight on it. Come on down. All right, that's low enough. I can at least see what we're working with. We definitely want to fill all this in because we don't want these big fat openings here, obviously, to collect dirt and mud and everything else. Also, we want to cap this off so it looks like an extended cab pickup. Starting with this, I should probably fix this right away. So I need to get all of the gooeys out of here and then we can cap this piece right quick. Got it mostly in. You know how bodywork is. Sometimes the metal works good, sometimes it doesn't want to work for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and just knock the other side out. See you in a sec. All right, so I got a phone call. I went in, cleaned up, ate some lunch, and I gotta take a little break on this just for a minute because I've got to get our Kodiak ready because, well, we sold the Kodiak. Gotta get you off though, you're not coming with it. So I always get asked, what are the things that you carry in your crawler and in your crawler haul? A lot of it is actually really similar. The only difference is on buggy, I try not to carry it very much because you want to try to keep the buggy light. So like in a regular Jeep crawler, I mean, I have everything. I got power tools, I got welders, I got a full-size off-road jack right there, you know, spare tire, the whole kit and caboodle. Where this, because I carry my buggy on here, all of that stuff is down here. So like my tools, my straps, spare parts, because I run on propane. You might be familiar with this. This is a propane tube. That's the kind of stuff I carry in here. So now I get to clean it out. Do you guys remember these? This was the first advertisement I ever saw where a vehicle was hanging off of a come-along. And it was this one right here. I've had mine for a long time, if you can't tell the homemade action I got going on. But it still works. I never in my life thought I'd have so much stuff. But when you realize that you have storage under your seats on front and rear, and like a big storage box under the front seat, and then all these storage boxes on all four sides. And this is like a van cab too. A lot of people don't recognize that, but that's a van cab, so it's quite a bit larger. It just holds a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's probably 2,000 pounds worth of stuff that I'm carrying. I don't know. Probably not really, but a lot of stuff either way. Much betterest. Not too shabby. Yesterday kind of got away from me. We did get the Kodiak sold, and yeah, it's a new day. But I do have something to show you. Let me introduce you to our new crawler hauler. Bing. Come on in, check it out. Now I know what you're thinking. Colt, you got a school bus? That's crazy. What's crazy is how this thing's built. This is a 100,000 mile DT 466. And this thing has 1,600 foot-pounds of torque and 800 horsepower. This thing is built to the hilt. It's a 1,000,000 mile motor. It's like having 10,000 miles on a 100,000 mile motor. Like, this thing's barely even broke in. I was never a school bus driver, so I gotta figure out what all that does. Now, here's where I think it's pretty cool. This thing has air ride seats for Shannon and I both, but this one's bad, so I gotta change that out. It does have an air ride suspension on the rear, self-leveling, and somebody's already done this job of shortening it up, and they did a nice job. Like, this is how I would do it. I hate when people just cut it and do boards. Like, they took the original back end and then re-screwed it back into these panels, because that's all it is. They just stopped doing the panels and then they put a rear panel on. That's something that I very much appreciate. Plus, I mean, I can almost, if I stand all the way up, I'm in it, but I can almost stand up in this thing, which is saying a lot. Most vehicles, I cannot ever do that. We have space here to harbor things, to hold things. I can put in a bed, I can put in other things. On top of the fact that this thing is set up to already haul a rig. And a trailer, and a trailer. Now, I know it's not four-wheel drive, but they did put a Detroit in the rear end, so this thing will grab if you need it to. And one of the other major things that I really like about it, I was told this thing is set up where it can actually run 85 miles an hour. Probably due to putting these massive tires on here. All right, so there are things that that bus definitely needs. There's things that I want to do to it. What do you think we should do to it? I'd actually like to hear some ideas down here. It is Saturday, and we got some friends picking us up. We're headed to a demo derby. Let's get going to that. We're back in the shop. This side's been welded up. This side got welded up. Now we need to work on the inside, which means we gotta take some more measurements. Looking like 10 inches would be the good depth. 11.5 inches would be a good length. All right, time to draw myself a picture. Got my little drawing on an AutoZone receipt. Perfect. I'm running the computer, build it on Fusion, put it on thumb drive. We'll be right back to here. Perfect. All right, we got them set in here. Now I need to know what I need to clean up, and I want to trim this out because I think I want to leave this hole here. This is going to be a good spot, the fuel lines and stuff to go through, because the fuel tank I want to put in here. So what's nice about this, not only can I add in some strength here by welding this in and adding some ribs in here, but once we get this ribbed in, this is gonna be a great point for a tube to come in. Like, it's gonna be nice, strong, stout. And then when the body's back on the frame, I can go from the other side of the floor pan over to the frame, and I'll probably put a bushing or something there, but that way everything's still got a little bit of movement, not a lot. That gives us 2 good flat points, 4 tubes, 4 strength, and now it's not sitting on like a hump or something weird. And we don't have a big fat hole. So that's a win. Another reason why this piece is so important for this B pillar, listen to this. Now listen to this. Way thicker, way more supported. You're not gonna get that like going noise that you get from, you know, unsupported sheet metal. That is a lot of welding. We got the inside together, now we need to get underneath, but I've been going back and forth. I've had a bunch of projects, side projects going on, and we got to get a video finished up for you guys in the morning, and so I have got to get in there and get it done. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up till like 4 a.m. So, see you in the morning. And it's a new day. I need to trim this up. I have some plans for this section because this is what catches all the rocks. This thing's already been up and messed up from being hit up there. Nobody wants to use these pieces anyway. Like, this is for junk. We need to get rid of that, but that'll be down the road. What we need to do is get this finished up. So I think first thing I'm gonna do is cut this outer piece that I want. That is what? 2 5/8. Basically 2 5/8. So we're gonna need that piece run across here, but I might actually, these 2 lines are in a different spot, so I might actually kick this up right here and then come over. Since I'm probably gonna end this notch right here, circle that off. We gotta plug this up. Got lots going on here. So I want this to look right. We'll see what we can do. What's better than once? I got my notch and I'm chasing this bin up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just mark what I need to trim out. which is gonna be something like so. I also totally just forgot that I am out of gas. So not only am I out of gas here, I think I'm out of TIG gas as well, or just about, but I'll go ahead and get this one filled for sure. Go. All right. One of the things I like about this table is not only can I go on to Fusion and build like custom pieces, but if I want to just do something basic, I can kick it on and move it manually how I want to do it. And that's what I'm gonna do for this, because I don't really want to go all the way inside just to make an 1.5 by 3.5 inch square piece. I can just come out here and knock it out. And I know it's not square, it's rectangle, but you know what I mean. What I will do here is massage that so it's like a nice little circle where it ends. This one's gonna roll up into this one. See, it's nice and smooth there. We got a good ridge that follows it all the way down. We kept it pretty straight. It looks not horrible, so that's a plus. Now we just need to match the other side, but I'm gonna go ahead and get underneath and I'll show you why. You guys can see we got this big gap opening in here. It goes all the way down. This whole thing is hollow for these rockers on both sides. I want to go ahead and just put a plate here so that way we don't have to worry about dirt and grime getting up in there. Now I have a plan for the rockers, which I'm not going to show yet, but we can at least get this part capped out. So we got the inner side filled in. That way we're not gonna get mud. Now, like I said, this lower hole, I have plans for this, but that's not gonna be today because I can't do it today. That has to do with getting it mounted on the cab before I can even touch that part. What we need to do now is I just need to match this side. And you can see we got a nice body mount line. Yeah, see you in a minute.
Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands?
Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands?
Yeah.
Because they can't reach them?
That'd be a T-Rex.
Dinosaur?
Because they're extinct.
Because they're extinct.
Got it.
And just like that, this side's done. Even filled in all the holes, got our rounded piece there, got it all cut up and over. Even, it's hard to see there, but got underneath, got that. So, with both sides done, the inside's all sealed up. There's a lot of work. Like, if you haven't done body work, it's a lot of work. It's time consuming. That's why I really don't like body work or paint, because I have the patience of a squirrel. Even Shanna agrees. We got it done. I think it looks pretty good. I do have plans, like I said, for down underneath here. I'm not sure if I should do anything with this because it looks like somebody's already done body work here and pulled this out. So I might just leave that alone for Robbie, let him decide what to do there. But good news, Trail Tough Suzuki stuff is pretty much done with the wiring harness. They're getting ready to send it back. They're also gonna send me a slip yoke for the back of this T-case that I'm gonna be able to send to Adam's drive shaft, and then we'll modify all this stuff here. So once that stuff shows up, we can get the T-case set, we can get this body back on here, see how it fits, modify what we need to modify, because I don't wanna modify anything inside the cab yet, because I don't know where this case is gonna sit just yet. So we appreciate you guys watching. We are almost to that 100K mark. If you guys could help us out, share it with your family, share it with your friends, just have them subscribe. It's free. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.
If you guys would like to join our Patreon, you'll get to see what we're doing before anybody else.
Oh yeah. Samurai. Bye.